Hi guys, welcome back. This is part 15. In this video I'm going to show you how I made a cardboard plank floor. And I'm really in love with this floor. But before I tried these planks out, I actually tried, first of all, to replicate this floor down here. But I did it a little bit differently. On this one, I just used cardboard, remember? And then paper towel straight over the cardboard and then stained it. And it turned out pretty awesome, I think. Down here, I tried to do it over this foam board, and I put masking tape down first and then paper towel, and it was a disaster. Wait till you see it. It was really gross. So I'm going to throw that in there so you don't make the same mistake as I did. And then, after I show you how disastrous the first attempt was, I will show you how I made the plank floor. Okay guys, we have a fail, and I'm going to show it to you so it doesn't happen to you. What I did here, this is that white foam board, and instead of putting a piece of cardboard down, I just put masking tape all over. And I usually do this on smaller pieces. I put masking tape first, but for this large piece like this, didn't seem to work out so well. And my Scott towel, the other thing I didn't do was I didn't tear the edges like on my other hardwood floor. When I put the Scott towel down, I had torn the edges, so when they overlapped, you didn't see these straight lines. So that's something to keep in mind. And there's a lot more bubbles and wrinkles and stuff that I didn't work out. So fails are okay because we learned from them. Alright, I'm going to trash this floor. It's really yucky. So what I've done, I've cut a bunch of cardboard strips. I'm going to try to do plank floor with these and see how they turn out. So I'm going to glue each one of these down. I put the house on there and I drew a line so I know where that first floor ends. So I'm going to be starting my first stick probably right on that line. So I'm just going to start by getting some glue down. Okay, so I'm working out color, and I am thinking, this is just straight cardboard here with instant coffee on it, and it still comes up too dark. So if it was a bit lighter, so I'm thinking of painting this white, and then I have some chalk paint, and then stain that chalk paint with instant coffee, and then it would look like wood. And I even put in, I'm using a charcoal pencil, I could put in some lines too every once in a while. So I'm going to work on this. I'm going to paint it white first. And then if I don't like it, just like the other floor, we can say goodbye to it and start all over again. It's just, I want to get out of my comfort zone of always doing something that's working. We got to try different things, otherwise we'll never know. And I want to put different floors in here and give you guys different options. Because if you don't have coffee stir sticks, and if you can't work with that paper towel like I showed you, because sometimes it just, like you saw in the last clip, it's a disaster. I mean, it worked well up here, but for whatever reason, it was horrifying down here. So, I mean, we all have access to cardboard and white paint and instant coffee. So if this works out, I will be thrilled beyond words. So I'm going to try it. Now the floor is dry, I'm going to try my instant coffee stain, and I was going to use it just on plain cardboard, so I made it kind of like that thick paste again, so it's pretty thick, or pretty dark I should say. Oh, I hope this turns out. I'm just going to, this is a dry one, I'm just going to Alright, it's hard to tell on camera if I'm looking through my screen, and it doesn't look very good in screen, but in person it looks pretty good. So I am going to let this dry and then do another coat. So I'll put a fan on it so it dries nice. I think I'm going to do another coat. I was just trying out this sponge. I just found this in my stuff, but it's not doing the job that I want. So I will stick to my paper towel. When you're rubbing the instant coffee on, you have to be careful that you don't rub off the layer underneath. So I'm just going over very lightly. And even then, sometimes it takes them off. But that's okay. I mean, there's a little bit of variation in color, and I like that. But you just don't want to rub off too much. I am totally in love with this floor. And I think it might even look better in person. I'm not sure exactly what view you're getting, but this looks really pretty in person. And there's just the perfect amount of variation in color. I really like it. I actually took my charcoal pencil, you can see here, and I just kind of gently did a few lines here and there, just going in the direction of the planks. And I think it did add a little bit of texture look to the planks. Okay, and after this is done, when I washed the floor with that instant coffee, I let it dry completely. Did another wash, let it dry completely, did another one. I think I did 3 or 4. And like I said in the previous clip, you can't rub too hard, otherwise you will wipe off the layer underneath, so you have to go very gently. And you have to go in the direction of the boards, obviously. Okay, so once it's all dry, you definitely have to spray it to seal it in. And that's all I use here. You will feel the stickiness of the boards if you're touching them, so you need to seal that color in there. And I'm out of Varathane right now, but once I get my Varathane, I'm going to be giving it a coat of that as well. Okay, oh, and the other thing, when I was all done, you see some of these separation lines here? I did take a fine tip paintbrush and dipped it in my instant coffee and went inside there just to make sure there was no white showing through. So I'm really happy with this. And now that you know you have an option with cardboard, you can use cardboard planks. You can also paint these too. I think the next floor I make with these, I'm going to paint them and see how that turns out. And I'm so happy I had that huge fail, because I would never have tried this otherwise. So I went super dark, and because it turned out so awful, I decided to go the opposite way, and I'm glad I did. Really glad. I'm really happy with that. Alright guys, I think we're going to end the video there. And I'm not sure what the next video will be, because I've been working on a couple different things. One was adding this room that you're looking at right now, and also working with some of that homemade clay that I was talking about in my introduction. And I've been working on another floor as well. So I'm not too sure what the next video is going to be, but whatever it is, once it's available, should be popping up on your screen right about now. And if you don't see anything there yet, we will see you very soon. Thanks for watching.